from you, Claire. Craig Courtney, then, from the Tilton Talk podcast. Evening, Craig.
Good evening, Daz.
Now, I know that events on the pitch tomorrow is a lot of people. We're all talking about that, but there is this undercurrent as well, isn't there? There is talk. There are plans of protests by supporters. And the club have put out a tweet yesterday, just asking people just to basically not cross the line, both literally and metaphorically. And it's something that you're involved with as well. A group of podcasters, isn't it, and supporters clubs.
There is, Daz. So there's 12 groups that we've all got together, and through the support of the Blues Trust and these other supporters groups, we have now formed an online petition, but also a letter that was delivered to the club yesterday, handed over to Ian Dutton, for that to be handed to the board of the club. The letter, in short, of which full details can be seen on bluestrust.org, but in short, we are asking for the sale of the club from BHSL. We know that there's going to be a period of time between when this can occur and from when we put forward these different ideas, but the aim is, in short, three main points, and they are that we want them to sell the club. We want them to communicate more transparently with us and be open and honest around all that communication. We want them to give us a voice as fans, and that is being suggested in the form of a fan advisory board that's to be set up with immediate effect. All three of those areas actually align to recommendations of the government's reform of football and the fan-led review, of which our club was heavily involved in the forming of, and that has now gone to the government for review. Things have already started. So at last week's game, there were leaflets handed out, as there were at the Blackburn game. There's the online petition, which has over 2,000 signatures already on there and is continuing to grow. There is the march tomorrow from the centre of Birmingham, of which there will be members of each of the groups present on and marching to the ground. And there'll also be leaflets again being handed out tomorrow. The key thing that we want to say and be, reference across all of this is that everything we are doing and what we are asking people to do is be, supportive of what's going on. As one group, we have one voice, and therefore we want no more uncertainty, no more decline, and no delays in what they're doing. We are being fully supportive of the efforts that people have already put in terms of the march, the peaceful demonstrations that will take place, no doubt, inside and outside the ground tomorrow.
And that's the key, isn't it? It needs to be peaceful. It needs to be within the law, otherwise you lose all credibility. Definitely, and that's the one thing that I'd implore upon all fans is we know everybody is feeling the same amount of pain. We don't all show it in the same way, but we all want the same thing, which is ultimately new ownership and new structure at Birmingham City Football Club. Whether that takes 6 months or 2 years, we don't know, but we want that new ownership in place. Now, I'm up against the news, Craig, but you said you hand-delivered it, and Ian Dutton, the club's chief executive, managing director, isn't it, the face of the club, was there to greet you. So what did he say to you?
It was actually members of the Blues Trust, and he took it from us with the explicit requirement to actually deliver it to the board, of which that was a promise to take away and do that on our behalf. So copies of the letter that are online for everybody to see, that very same document has been handed to the club to be handed to the board, and we were assured that would be passed on.
Okay, so just finally then, if people want to see the letter again or want to get involved or want more information, where can they find you? What do they need to do online?
So across all of the social media sites, tiltontalk.com has got details on there as well. Bluestrust.org is the main area where both the petition and the letter can be seen. And it's just, everybody can sign that petition. It's backing up this letter, and it is showing that we want change, and we want change as quick as possible.
Craig Courtney from Tilton Talk Podcast, thanks for getting in touch with us this evening.